any credit purchases is there, those type of transactions will be recorded into a separate subsidiary book called as purchases book. And also purchases returns book, date, debit note number, particulars, name of the suppliers, LF, amount. LF is ledger folio. Whenever sales returns is given in the problem, we should record sales returns in the sales returns book. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sahana L, Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence. Dear students, today we shall continue with the chapter Recording of Transaction 2, that is session 4 of first PUC Accountancy. In today's session, we shall discuss 12 marks problem. Enter the following transactions in the purchases book, purchases returns book, sales book and sales returns book. Okay, so these type of questions are asked for 12 marks in your examination, wherein few transactions will be given. Looking into those transactions, we have to record those transactions into various subsidiary books like purchases book, purchases returns book, sales book and also sales returns book. In purchases book, as we have discussed earlier, we have learnt that in purchases subsidiary book, we record only credit purchases. Any credit purchases is there, those type of transactions will be recorded into a separate subsidiary book called as purchases book. Similarly, if there is any purchases returns, will be recorded in purchases returns. In sales book, we record all the credit sales. Cash sales will not be recorded here. Cash sales will be recorded in a separate subsidiary book called as cash book. Credit sales will be recorded. Credit sales of the business will be recorded in a separate subsidiary book called as sales book. And if there is any sales returns, and that will go to sales returns book. Okay, so they'll ask questions like this. Enter the following transactions in the purchases book 1, purchases returns book, sales book and also sales returns book. These are the 4 subsidiary books we have to maintain, which we have to record by looking into those transactions. Now, when they give problems like this, what we have to do is, we have to make the columns. First, we have to make the columns and keep it ready. For the purchases book, date, inward invoice number, particulars, LF, amount rupees, name of the supplier. Okay, like this we have to make the column and keep purchases book. And also purchases returns book, date, debit note number, particulars, name of the suppliers, LF, amount rupees. LF is ledger folio. The second column and the LF column will be blank, nothing we will enter there. Next is sales book, date will be written, outward invoice number, the bill number will be recorded here, but here in our this thing it will be blank. This column and LF column will be blank. Sales book, this is the format, date, outward invoice number, particulars, name of the suppliers, LF, amount rupees. For sales returns, date, credit note number, particulars, name of the customers, LF, amount rupees. Like this we have to make the columns and keep purchases book, purchases returns book, sales book and also sales returns book. Now let us see the transactions and we will record one by one. We will see the first transaction. This is all 2025 transactions. Jan month they have given. Jan 1, goods sold to Sachin rupees 5,000. What is the meaning of this transaction? Goods sold to Sachin. The business has sold goods to Sachin. By selling the goods to Sachin, how much they have received? 5,000. That is the meaning of this. Goods sold. Any sales is there, it will go to sales book. Credit sales only. Credit sales only will go to sales book. Credit purchases will go to purchases book. So since it is a sales, so it has to be recorded where? It has to be recorded in the subsidiary book called as sales book. We will write the date here, 2025 Jan 1. This invoice number will be left blank. Nothing we will write because that information is not there with us. LF column is also left blank. In the particulars, from whom, to whom we have sold the goods? Sachin, right? So date Jan 1, Sachin, and amount in the amount column as 5,000. We had made an entry. Now we will look into the next transaction. Jan 4, purchased from Kushal Traders rupees 2,480. What is the meaning of this? Purchased from Kushal Traders. This means the business is purchasing goods from Kushal Traders. What is happening? Purchasing. Purchasing means what? Buying. So where should we enter? We should enter in the book called as purchases book. Right here, 2025 Jan 1, Kushal Traders. They are the suppliers, particulars, Kushal Traders. How much we have spent? 2,480 in the amount column. Now we will see the next one. Jan 6th, sold goods to Manish Traders. Again, what type of transaction it is? Sales. Okay, sales means where it should go? It should go to sales book. Now we will enter this in a sales book. Jan 6, okay, this is date in the date column 6. Manish Traders 2,100. We have to record like this. Manish Traders 2,100. Okay, so that is done. Now we will move on to the next one. 7, Sachin returned goods rupees 600. What is the transaction? Sachin returned goods to goods rupees 600. Okay. But let us see what was the transaction with Sachin. You see the Jan first. Now Jan 7th, he is returning goods, correct? Now you look into Jan 1, sold goods to Sachin. That means what returns it is? Sales returns. See here, on Jan 1, goods sold to Sachin. That means we did sales. That sales has been returned back. That is the meaning of the 7th. What it is? Sachin return. We had sold goods to Sachin on Jan 1 and that has been returned on 7th. Sachin returned goods rupees 600. What type of returns it is? Sales returns. Whenever sales returns is given in the problem, we should record sales returns in the sales returns book. I'll show you how to record. Okay. Now come to sales returns book. 2025 date. Jan 7, right here Sachin, because he is returning whatever the goods which was sold to Sachin has been returned back. That is why in sales returns book only we have to enter Jan 7, Sachin, name of the customer, and amount is how much? 600. We have recorded. Now we will move to the next one. This is done. Now we will look into the 8th transaction. What it is? Jan 8th, return to Kushal Traders 280. Returned means what? See here, you look at the 4th transaction, date 4th. Purchased from Kushal Traders. That means what was purchased from Kushal Traders on Jan 4th has been returned on 8th. That is the meaning of this. Return to Kushal Traders. What returns it is? It is purchases returns. Purchases returns to Kushal Traders. So in which book we have to enter? We have to enter in purchases returns book. Okay. Now we will go to purchases returns book. Okay. We will enter Jan 8th, date in the date column. Kushal Traders. Okay. How much we are returning? 280 rupees. Now next one. 12th date. Purchased goods from Kunal Traders. 5,700 less 10% trade discount. Whenever we are recording, we should understand the transaction first. Purchased goods from Kunal Traders. It means what? We are buying goods from Kunal Traders. So where should we enter? We have to enter this in purchases book. 5,700 we have to pay, but we are getting less 10% trade discount we are receiving. So now let us record this. We have to enter in the purchases book because it is a purchases. See here, 12th, date is 12th, Kunal Traders, 5,700 we have purchased and 10% trade discount is given. So 10% on 5,700 is how much? 570. Correct. So 5,700 minus 570. How I got 570? 10% on, I will write here, 5,700 into 10% means 10 by 100. So it comes to 570. Okay, that is how I got 570. 10% on 5,000 is 570. So 5,700 minus this amount will be 5,130. That should be written in the amount column. Okay. Next, we will look into the next one. 15th, sold to Sri Chand Brothers, rupees 6,600 less 5% trade discount. Sold means what? It is related to sales. So where should we enter? We have to enter in the sales book. Where should we enter? We have to enter in the sales book. Correct. Now we will go to sales book. Okay. Sales book, 15th. Okay. Who is the customer? Sri Chand Brothers is the customer. Okay. This is the amount 6,600 minus 5% trade discount is there. So 5% on 6,600. If you calculate how much it comes to, 6,600 into 5 by 100. It comes to 6,600 into 5 by 100. It comes to 330. Okay. So 6,600 minus 330, it will come to 6,270. We will look into the next transaction, 20th transaction. Returned outwards to Kunal Traders. Correct. Now see here, 12th we had purchased goods from Kunal Traders. On this date, we had purchased goods from Kunal Traders, and now on 20th, we are returning back to Kunal Traders. That means what? Purchases returns. Return outwards means what? It is purchases returns. The other name of purchases returns is what? Return outwards. Return outwards to Kunal Trader, how much we are returning? 1,000 and less 10% trade discount is allowed. Correct? We shall enter this. In purchases returns book, we will enter 20 Kunal Traders. Okay. Name of the supplier is Kunal Traders. 1,000 minus 10%. So 1,000 minus 10%. That means, see here, 1,000 into 10 by 100. Okay. So how much it comes to? 100 rupees. So minus 100. 1,000 minus 100 is how much? 900. We have recorded. Now, we'll see the next. 24. Bought from Naresh rupees 4,060. Bought means what? Purchased. Business has purchased from Naresh. So where should we enter? We have to enter in a book called as purchases book. 24. Naresh 4,060. Done. Next. 26. Furniture purchased from Tarun rupees 3,600. See here. Furniture purchased from Tarun. What we are purchasing? Furniture we are purchasing. What is furniture? Furniture is an asset to the business. Okay. It is for the purpose of own use. So asset purchased like furniture, machinery, these things should not be recorded in the any of the subsidiary books. We should record these type of transactions in the journal proper. What is journal proper? Journal proper is also one of the subsidiary book in which we cannot enter in any of the subsidiary books like purchases book, purchases returns book, sales book and sales returns book will go to the journal proper, like opening entries, closing entries, rectifying entries, depreciation entries. So those type of entries will be written in journal proper. Now furniture purchased will not be recorded in any of the subsidiary books, and that we have to transfer to journal proper, but we will not record this into journal proper now. Okay, only 4 types of books only we have to prepare for our examination point of view. This you should show it as a note. That's all. You should not record in any of the books. Just you have to write a note and you have to show it like this. And you should ignore that transaction. Followed. Next. 29th. Chand Brothers returned goods rupees 500. Chand Brothers returned goods. Okay. See here. Sold to Chand Brothers. Here. Sales was there. And on 29th, they have returned goods. That means what type of returns it is? Sales returns. So where should we enter here? We should enter in the book called as sales returns book. 29. Chand Brothers, Sri Chand Brothers, 500. Amount in the amount column. Next one, 30 sold to Mukesh rupees 3,200 means what? Sales has taken place. When sales is there, where we should enter? We have to enter in the book called as sales book. 30 Mukesh 3,300. Done. Next, 31 last transaction, Mukesh returned goods rupees 300. What type of returns this is? See here, on 30th we had sold to Mukesh, right? So this is sales, and this is what returns? 31, it is sales returns. So where should we enter? This one we should enter in sales returns book. We will enter. Okay, see here, we have to open sales returns book. 31 Mukesh 300. We have to write in the amount column. See here, students, now we have recorded all the transactions which they have given in the problem. Okay, all the transactions are transferred to various subsidiary books like purchases, purchases returns, sales, and also sales returns book. Correct. After transferring everything to the various subsidiary books, appropriate subsidiary books, and our next step, what we have to do is totaling. We have to just write the total and keep it. We will write total here, purchases book total, and all these amount column we have to add. It is coming to 11,670. Write it as total. Write the total amount in the amount column. Okay, we have closed purchases book. Similarly, we will do purchases returns also. See here, we will write total here, and you add these two and write the total amount here. It comes to 1,180. Similarly, we will do it for sales book also. We will write total here, and you add all these numbers. It comes to 16,670. We will write it in the total amount column. Likewise, sales returns book also we will total. Write the total here at the end, and you add all these numbers. It will come to 1,400. Followed? Like this, you have to add each and every book, and you have to keep it. So these type of questions are asked for 12 marks in your examination, wherein they will give you few transactions, and looking at those few transactions, you have to record them into various subsidiary books like purchases, purchases returns, sales, and also sales returns book. Okay, question for 12 marks. It is very easy to do it. So practice well, students. Okay, you can really attempt this question. Thank you.